This oil right here, this is an update on the holy oil that came from the leaking Bible, and I'll put the video in the link in the description below if you haven't seen this. This is like kind of like news in the Christian world, and it's created a lot of controversy. And this one that I have here, I don't have a bunch of it, so I can't give it away. I'm going to be splitting this with somebody who really needs it. And if you want some of this oil, I suggest you keep trying and praying and trying. And I put faith in God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit. And it's not the oil. The oil is just a symbol. And although I can't guarantee that this is actual holy oil from a supernatural source, the story is that this came, and it's from a Bible. And I'll put a link in the description below. You can see the whole story. I'll put several links to this. This has been tested, allegedly tested by 2 or 3 different scientific laboratories, and this oil comes from an unknown source, and the structure of it is like no oil found on planet Earth. So it's not mineral oil, and it's not, safflower oil or sunflower oil. When I take it out, it has 0 odor. When I put it on my skin, it feels just like mineral oil. It has the same identical substance, the viscosity. It's a little bit grippy, and it's a little bit slippery. And then people have claimed that when they just dip their fingertips, it'll manifest and flow all the way up to their hands are completely soaking wet. So supposedly it does replicate and duplicate. For something like that to happen to my Bible, I don't know if that would be a blessing or curse, because now you'd have a duty, just like the gentleman the oil came from. He says he feels it's God's calling to travel churches all over the country and give it away. He told me personally, when I met the man who was giving this oil away at a church, that God told him as long as he keeps giving it away and vialing it up. At the time, they had already given away 90,000 vials of oil for free. And he said he was overwhelmed because people all over the country were emailing him. They had already gotten 17,000 emails at that point, and that was just a few months ago. So I would say that has quantified times 5. And they're overwhelmed, and they just can't give the oil away fast enough. But they had given 90,000 vials of oil away. They were not charging for the oil. They were giving it away for free. However, they were getting donations from the church to keep their ministry going. I looked at the man in the eyes, and I asked him, how do I know you're not lying? And I was being very genuine, and he could feel that, right? Because I believe it, and I want to believe it. Most of my belief leads towards that this is actually the real deal, because I have no reason not to believe it, right? I've been baptized in the Holy Spirit before, to where my mouth was quivering and my hands were shaking, and I was laying on the floor crying out to Jesus with my body jumping off the ground like there was electricity going through it, like a possession. And it was not demonic. This was definitely the most unconditionally flowing feeling of pure love and spirit flowing through me that I can only quantify with my mind to being that of the Holy Spirit. So because I've had actual supernatural experiences that I would testify in front of anybody that it really happened to me, that leans me toward believing that this is real, right? I did ask the man, how do I know that this is not fake and you're not just filling this up in your trunk, even for good intentions? And he looked at me and he said that he has been accused of that, but he would be downright terrified to do this because... And I didn't expect that answer from him. I was like, dude, I would be terrified. Like, whether you believe in God or not, I mean, that's crazy to make something up like that, right? So, this is the oil. I do apologize in advance if you reach down below to me asking for the oil. I'm not the one creating it or making it, so I can't send it to you. But, yeah, and that's the update about this holy oil. And you can also look supposedly in, like, I think it's Jerusalem, and sometimes it comes from paintings of Jesus or Mary, and yeah,
that's it. Okay, later.